Trump.
Oh, it's really depressing.
He's just a freak.
Just imagine all the men who like know that their wife or their any girl just can't get an abortion. Just that control as well of being like, you will have my kid. You know what I mean? And then like,
oh, that's really scary.
it's really dark.
But the type of people that like are voting for Trump, I'm like, what's happened? How? How?
I thought it was almost like when I first heard that he was running again, I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, he's obviously not gonna.
He's also pretty old, no offence.
He's like fucking 80.
Like, come on.
I mean, if he was a woman, that would just not happen.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's so old.
They're all the latest news from 12 minutes ago, 90 minutes is saying Trump wins. So he obviously has.
The bedroom sessions with my incredible guest, Josie Man.
Hi.
Who is, if you don't know her music, fucking incredible. One of the best writers I've worked with.
No.
And recently, you just released your single on Friday. How's it feeling?
Yeah, no, I feel good this time. I think the first independent release, I was like, this is really not fun. But this time I feel like, do you know what?
You're in the swing of it.
Yeah, I feel better. I was signed to Columbia in like 2020-ish, I think. And then last year I left, and since it felt like it was falling apart from like maybe a year in. It was just really intense, and I think I was really quite young then, so I didn't really know how it's supposed to work. I think if I had a record deal now, it would be different because you're like a woman and you're like, I don't want to do that, I know what I like. But when you've got people telling you like kind of what works, you just kind of go along with it, and sometimes it's not what you want. So now I'm independent, and I think the hardest part is like, you're your own boss.
You're the label.
You're the label.
You're the label girl.
You're the money girl. I think when you know what you want as well, that's when it's perfect to go with a major label, because it helps build it. But when you don't know, it gets pretty confusing. I'll just do whatever you say.
I'll do whatever you think is going to make money.
Yeah.
Even
if I look ridiculous.
What's the most ridiculous thing you had to do?
I was in a harness. Okay. And I had to wear these trousers that were too big so that they could fit the harness underneath me. It looked like I had stuff strapped to
harness?
because in a music video they wanted to fly me into the, you know when they do like all these like stupid videos. Oh, I feel bad because the director was amazing. It wasn't anything to do with the director, but I looked like I had something strapped to me.
You need to get this up
it's
later.
The funniest thing. And then I'm just like, because I was like a people pleaser and I still am.
Yeah.
They were like testing it up, and I was going up and down, up and down, up and down, and I felt so sick. I was and they're like, "You're right up there." I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like up and down, and then in the video you can see the
like a bungee jump thing
with like these cute people like on two ends like pulling the rope. I was just like, that's not
so
cute. Like this outfit is not cute because it's got a huge harness underneath it.
Oh my!
It was so funny.
I'm basically wearing a nappy.
Yeah, no, it was so funny.
Like, this is the answer to Josie Man. We get her in a harness.
Yeah, let's get her in.
We catapult her into the sky.
Put a big budget in now after recoup.
Someone else, nothing ever grows without me. Same old people.
I'm never gonna make money from my music.
OnlyFans, babe.
I know, yeah.
OnlyFans feet pics.
Have you seen Olivia Atwood's documentary?
Oh no, I haven't.
She like interviews OnlyFans people.
Yeah.
And she was just like, to be able to make loads of money, you have to be like texting them all day, like really full on.
Oh.
Could never be me.
I mean, it's probably not as hard as TikTok.
Yeah, it's so true. God, TikTok is so hard.
There was like, where I was signed, there was a mass redundancy firing thing. So like all the staff got fired, and then anyone that had like signed me wasn't there. And so for me, it was more just like no one gave a shit, as opposed
That's
to
the horriblest feeling
people.
though. But there's nothing worse than like doing something that you think will be amazing and then other people not having their heart in it as well. You're just like, ouch.
Exactly. Or initially people being like, oh, great, and then you don't blow up in 3 months.
And then they're just like, okay, over it, next.
I just didn't understand like a label not wanting to fund authenticity. And there were like moments where like I wanted to do a homecoming show in my hometown Cheddar where loads of people would have come to. There would have been so many people in this one spot where like this music was born from where I come from. And for me, doing something like that, getting my band down there. That would have felt more special than
Yeah, for
doing
sure.
some-
And real.
doing some heartless place in some shitty venue.
Yeah.
We're being very noted.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not bitter
You
at
got
all.
into the music industry is just pathetic. But I think the worst part is when people just like, they can drop you and then leave you there to just...
Well, you're just dispensable.
Yeah. First crush. Who's my first crush? There was a boy in my primary school called Reese. And I was
Reese.
like, he was...
Quite a first crush
Actually, was
name.
it? Yeah, it was him, I think.
No, have a big bite.
Who
How
was
was
your
my mum?
first crush? at this
I think I've already spoken about this. But
Was it like a character?
it was Peter Pan.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
I
on the
get that.
on In Love. Him or, oh my god, have you seen Cheap by the Dozen too? But yeah, there's the kid that she ends up going out with called Elliot, maybe.
Oh, there was a boy
Was
with
it?
braces. He was actually my first crush. I was thinking, what are those? I love those. But he was fit.
Really? It's the
Yeah.
brain- That age, boys are quite. I cried when the first boy like asked me out.
Yeah, it's like really awkward, isn't it?
But,
Yeah. Oh, you're weird. Like literally, you're so weird. Yeah.
Right, I think
That's a good one.
temper number 2
Awesome.
over here.
I love
Another little
this.
question.
Right, let's have a look. Sorry, these nails are ridiculously long.
I love the nails. Can we just show the camera? Can we show the camera the nails? Look at those.
Right.
Oh.
What's the best thing about being a woman? Oh. I don't know. You know, like women just are warm. Like, I just love being like comforting, and I love just being cute. Wait, and I can't wait to be a mum and just be like,
Hold a bubba.
yeah, like you know,
Have
like all,
grow it.
yeah, like that's amazing that we can do that. And like, when you get preggo, get up the duff, get rammed out. But I can't wait to just look after a little child with my
Yeah.
boyfriend and just.
Just.
But there's no way
pop
right
out.
now.
Yeah, no.
Oh god.
But do you go?
Imagine having a
No.
little baby who would just be over there right now.
No, you wouldn't be able to just be like, I'm just comping a vocal.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Just put some guitar in.
right, yeah. You sort yourself out, guys. Go and suck someone else's nipple.
I love a girl's girl.
Yeah.
Like if you're not a girl's girl, I don't think we'll get along. I do love boy. Oh, I love a boy.
Yeah, I love it,
love
especially
girls.
with braces.
Yeah.
Sorry, that makes you sound.
Yeah.
It's just like you're sat. It feels like the safest space sometimes. Like when you're just sat, like, or you're just naked with your mates.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
like, do you mind if I get dressed?
Just kissing.
And like,
How do you find being a woman in the industry? Yeah. Had any like bad like situations, but I, as in like scary. Although one time, I won't mention a name, but I went to a session and it was like really random. And then I got there and he like locked the door and so like, can you take your shoes off? He like kissed me on the cheek and then like locked the door. And then there was like loads of like people there with cameras and shit and I was just like, what is happening here? So then my manager like pretended to call me that I had to leave, but it was just, you know, people were just weird. He was just like, probably just to film the session. But I was thinking I didn't know about this. And
Yeah,
also he
that's
was just so
weird.
weird. He was just like, you know when people like take your shoes off, it's like, no.
yeah,
It was just weird, like, and then he like locked the door, and it was just a very strange
That's so
vibe.
unsettling.
But I just find it hard to speak up anyway, and I do wonder if I was like a bit more like, then I would be having like a easier time. But that's not me, so I don't want to be mean.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I'm soft, and I think that's how I create my stuff. So I don't want to like change myself and become this like hard like person because it's not me.
Go in on your set. It's hard to
Yeah.
learn at the beginning. Even when someoone's showing you a beat, a producer or something.
God, yeah.
You're like, yeah, I really love it.
I love it a
At
lot.
the beginning. I think it's so nice learning that people just appreciate honesty more.
Yeah, for
just being like,
sure.
oh, I don't like. I think you could do that. or
Yeah.
da, 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 da. I think it's diary time.
is
I think it's diary time. I'm actually really nervous because there's some quite unhinged shit in here.
That's alright.
But
I used to speak so weirdly in my diary. Like, this boy was so peng. And I'm just like, why are you speaking like that?
just a bit scared. I was 14.
Okay. Dear Kayam.
Oh, it's my granddad.
Is this
guys?
sad?
We are going sad. No, let's do it.
Are you
Let's do
sure?
it. Yeah, let's do it.
I miss you so much. Are you sure you want me to read this?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I miss you so much. I'm crying. I'm trying to talk to what used to be. Don't. I'm actually gonna cry.
Oh, so my granddad, he was like my best mate. I can't.
I
believe
don't
you
think we
found
can read. This is too sad.
I'm so like Khayyam, love him. This was like
It's really
being funny in a
sweet.
minute, probably.
I'm trying to talk to what used to be you, so you can help calm me down in life and be inspired by the way you lived yours. You're the one person that entirely gets me, and you also believed in me. I miss you so much. And I would do anything to have you back. Sometimes I feel like there's no point. Oh God, I'm gonna cry.
I also feel like there's no point to life. Oh, what a little teenager. Hey.
Aww. But you were so wise. All my love forever. P.S. You're my favourite grandparent by far. No, what does that say?
No, maybe that's a bit mean. Could maybe write something about like memories of someone, or like
missing
someone, but like it's like a kind of beautiful thing of
Yeah,
like
for
they
sure.
live in
Yeah.
objects or cooking
Yeah.
or things like that. And like I know you're still watching, and my granddad was like genuinely, he was always like you get a bit of stuff, you're gonna be, you know, those one people,
yeah.
those people that just totally believe in you.
Yeah.
And he was like,
You really
it's
need
just,
that. in
you know,
life.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, 11 years
You're
ago to
doing it,
granddad. That could be really cute to write. I'll get my guitar.
The song by Hannah Montana, Miss
Yeah.
You,
No,
like
listen
from
to
back
it.
in the day.
Oh, she's so pretty.
You to stay here holding me.
It's goosebumps.
Anyway.
Or like, you know when you see someone from behind that reminds you of the
Oh my
someone.
god.
My granddad, who lives in Hong Kong, he I always see like this Chinese man near my flat, and he's like really old, and every time I see him it makes me want to cry, because I'm like, you literally look like my yeah.
Oh.
It makes me so sad.
It's on the wall.
Love that, yeah.
Shadows on the song about recognising someone in the street that looks like someone
That you miss and
that
love.
you miss and love. Making you sad because
Yeah.
enough time has passed. Oh.
You call me an angel, I call you mine. Everything's something left behind.
From grandma's cooking to my sarcastic smile, you used to say if the wind changes my face, I'll stay like that.
I left ribbons in the graveyard. I got memories on the wall.
Now I'm eyeballing a stranger. Have I seen this man before? A momentary mistake. I saw you in his eyes. It didn't make me cry. Instead I started smiling, thinking, pressing the time that I'm older now, when I can't recognize it's all a sign of no one's left behind. It's all